In this video, we're going to look at the Logitech G29 and how to set it up for the PS5. This is a short guide on how to use the Logitech G29 series, and this will also work with the Logitech G923. So hopefully this guide helps. The first thing that we need to do is connect all of the cables to the PS5 and also the power. As you can see, there are three major connections with the Logitech G29 Racing Wheel. So let's go through them. So the first one is obviously our USB connection. The back has more power on the PlayStation 5 to go to the Logitech G29, but as you can see, the front works perfectly fine once you are using it, so there are no difficulties there. Apart from that, you got your power connection. So it uses this main power brick, and this power just goes straight to here and the power board, and that just connects straight here as well. And then the last connection is towards the pedals, so you've got your acceleration, brake and clutch, and then that connection just goes straight here. So let's undo all this, take it off the table and show you how to do all this mounting. So all you have to do is really just press and then unleash. So press down, unleash, or you could press in, and that's how you mount these things. Push it down a little bit, and then you need to loosen it off. So I'll show you. As you can see, I've just loosened it off a little bit there. So these go here. So what these have are these hinges. So what we need to do is to turn these around. As you can see, the hinges are going to get a lot looser. So we could do this on both sides. So as you can see, these are the main connections, and you just wrap it around. So this is for your pedals, this is for your power, and this is your main connection as well. So those are just wrapped around. As you can see, it was really easy to mount. Also, if you have the other accessory, like the shifter, that goes there. So that's where that goes. So as you can see, it's pretty good. And then to do cable management, you just put these in like that. As you can see, all you have to do is just pop this on the table. Now it's popped on the table. All you have to do is just make sure this, now it's popped on the table. All you have to do, so as you can see, as I'm turning this is getting mounted, and then you just flick that. There we go. Perfect. We do it on the other side too. So all you have to do is this. As you can see, it's mounting. There we go, boom. And then you just twist it and boom. Perfect. Awesome. So that's how we mount it on a table. I prefer just one of these smaller tables, and then it's a clean look for the PS5. Alright, so I've just unplugged it so I could show you slowly how to connect it to a PS5. So all you want to do at the top here, you got the two switches, so you want to make sure that this is switched to the PS4 mode. This means that will connect to the PS5. And then apart from that, that's all we have to do here. So let's just plug this in. And then it will just calibrate. As you can see, the lights turned on. Okay, perfect. And then all you have to do is press this PlayStation button. And then what will happen is it will come up with the controller settings. Press the PlayStation home button. Okay, seems to just connect straight away, which is good. Alright, so now we're in a game like Gran Turismo. So what we can do is go into our controllers, and then we can go into all of our controller settings right here. So we can go steering controller settings. So let's go in there. As you can see, it comes up with the Logitech G29. So we could do some pedal calibration right here. So you've got your inputs for each of these areas. And then you can even restore your default settings. As you can see, there are configuration options as well for specifically the G29 as well. So you can actually configure all of these buttons inside of Gran Turismo. I'm sure Forza will have the exact same as well. Alright, so now we're getting into a race. So what we can do is go into our options once we are inside the race, look at our settings, and let's go, okay. We've got the controller settings, so let's have a look at this. Okay, so then we get into your trigger effects, you go into your torque and your sensitivity, so you can really play around with this with your Logitech G29 to find the perfect settings for you. These just fine. So your sensitivity is how much force feedback you'll get, so how much maybe vibrations you get on the road, and then you've also got your torque as well, which is a different setting altogether. So a few different settings to play around with here, and you can just raise this up or down to your liking as you race. Okay, so now that we're set up, we might as well have a little bit of a race with the Logitech G29 and play around with it for a little bit. Okay, so as you can see, there are different lights here that actually show which mode you're on. So at the moment we are on drive assist. So we've got 3 buttons that appear right now. So sometimes it's 1, sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 4 right now. So this is telling us kind of some settings that are currently on. I think right now we're on automatic gameplay, so that's why. There's not too much force feedback with the Logitech G29 as well. Right now it's pretty good in terms of feedback, like it's pretty loose right now. So if I wanted more feedback and more throttle, I could go into my settings and play around with these. So let's say, okay, I would like a little bit more of that force feedback. Let's put it a bit higher, okay? And then let's put this force feedback a little bit more. Let's see how this goes. So I can definitely feel that a little bit more, so that's better for my gameplay, whereas before it was really sensitive in terms of nothing was going on and really loose. Whereas this, it feels a bit more natural and a bit better. So I raised the torque and I raised the other sensitivity setting as well. So right now I've got my foot on the acceleration and also my foot on the clutch too as well. So we've gone ahead of the other races and now we're coming second. So not too bad at all, guys. Now with the Logitech G923, it is an upgrade because you get more force feedback with the G923. With this, there is barely any shaking, sensitivity or anything like that. So that is an upgrade that you get with the higher models and the newer models. And this one is mainly PlayStation 4 with the compatibility. It is usable in 2025 and still a very good controller. It's just you could get a little bit more out of the G923 more than the G25, more than the G29. I find the G29, it handles all of your basics when it comes to racing wheel simulation, but if you want to go up that next level, then obviously you've got the Pro Series and you've got other series as well. So right, also here, just to let you know, these buttons at the back, they're also L1 and L2. These are L1 and R1, just so you know. So right here, when you go into your pedal calibration settings as well, you can really mess around with these and mess around with these settings. So the clutch setting can go up, and then you can really test it out with the brake as well, how much input you need. So if you want to put this up, all you have to do is adjust the sensitivity, and it's really hard to actually press this down further. Whereas if you put this down, then it lets you go in a bit more with the pedals. So that's really cool what it could do. So if you want really sensitive brakes, you just put this up and all you have to do is just minimal effort when you press down those pedals. So the acceleration's pretty sensitive right now. So what I could do is actually put this up quite a lot. So I don't have to put that much effort in to actually push it down on the acceleration if I really wanted to. So yeah, there's a basic rundown of the Logitech G29 Racing Wheel. It's still very usable in 2025. There's a basic guide and setup for your PS5, so enjoy. We could also use these for the G923 as well, just so you know, it's very compatible and very much applicable towards that controller as well. And then the G Pro probably is a little bit different from this. So hopefully this guide helps, and thank you for watching.